All right, we are back here on Loveline. Dr. Drew to my left, I am Stryker, and Matt and Dominic from the band Muse are here. And the CD came out this past Tuesday. It's about 7 a.m. for you right now, is that right?
Oh no, don't remind me. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I just came in yesterday. Yeah, I'm trying to think in LA time. You know,
the key is to not bring it up really, and just
It's 7
It's,
a.m.
I mean, it's 10 or 11 p.m. right now in Los Angeles. Hey, a couple listeners have called up and they've mentioned MySpace, which is just an unbelievable, crazy popular website I know in the States, and it's helped out so many bands who weren't even really popular at one point, and it's got them national attention. Is MySpace big in England, and are you aware of MySpace?
Yeah. I was only really aware of it a few months ago, but it's kind of it's becoming big. Yeah, it's becoming very big.
It's growing. The MySpace music page only just opened in the UK just recently.
I think
over the last few months or something.
I think we just got our Muse page like about a couple of weeks ago actually for the first time. So.
Do you guys ever look on your Muse site on MySpace?
Yeah, well, actually, I've got the login from because my mate over there with the camera, Tom, he's the one who's kind of set it up. But I'm going to get the login details, and hopefully we can start getting involved a bit more in contacting people.
I mean, it's amazing how it's grown so much since we've put it up.
Right.
Since it's been live, which is only like a month or something.
You have about 300 or 400,000 friends already, by the way.
Right. Yeah, it's making friends is easy. Then.
And just for the record, I'm one of them. And you are in my top 8, my friends.
Great.
Because everyone can put in, I don't know if you know, your top 8 favorite people.
Oh, you can choose who they are.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
that's a bit unfair, isn't it? Oh, I suppose.
I have you 6 right now, but after tonight you may slide up to 4.
There you go. Great.
Yeah, right.
Man.
And maybe some of that wine you may slide into number 1, my friend. All right, let's take some more calls here with Muse at 1-800-LOVE-191 Loveline. Brandon, 21 in Ohio. What's happening?
Me and my girlfriend have been dating for about 6 months now, and about 3 months ago I got mono. She's never had it, but I know that you can actually get it without ever actually contracting, or with her ever actually getting it. And I was actually wondering, I know that it's normally contracted through kissing, but is it possible for her to get it from me through oral sex?
Yes, any exchange of body fluids.
Wow.
Okay. And how long after I've contracted mono would it be safe to do that again?
I'd say at least a week after the sore throat goes away.
Okay, because the doctor I went to said it was 6 months that I could still be contagious.
Oh, it's potentially that, but that's rare.
It's very rare.
Yeah.
So is it, because occasionally I'll get a sore throat again, should I just wait a week or two if I get a sore throat again before we do anything?
Yes, definitely.
All he wants is a little oral, though.
I'm sorry?
Well, are you sure you had mono, by the way?
Yeah, my throat was like a quarter-inch wide.
How was it documented? How was it documented you had mono? How was the diagnosis made? Brandon? Gone. Gone. Weird.
He's gone. Drew, they call mono the kissing disease?
They used to, yeah.
But what is mono exactly? I've knock on wood, I have never had it, but what is it?
It's an Epstein-Barr virus. It's just another viral condition. Sore throat, high fevers, prostration, lasts about a week, and it's transmitted it's very contagious through body fluids. That's why the kissing component. But any mucosal body fluid contact, like spit in an eye or something, that you get that way.
Or semen in the eye? Seriously, he's bodily fluid. The girl cannot go down on him because she could get it through that.
Well,
is that correct?
Just her mouth. Right. You don't have to get it in the eye. You don't bring other orifices into the action.
But you mentioned spitting in the eye.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Just saying.
All right. Let's talk to Stephanie. You're 16 on Loveline. What's up, Stephanie?
Hi. I was thinking of getting my clit pierced, but I heard that just like walking the first chin will make you have like a really big need to pleasure yourself. Was that true?
If you're getting that kind of spontaneous arousal, then typically what happens after a while is you get desensitized.
Ooh.
So most women that have that kind of heightened arousal for a while usually fall off the other side and have difficulty getting aroused eventually. That's been my experience.
Oh, okay. And I was wondering, have you guys ever had My Chemical Romance on the show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a couple times, yeah.
Oh, okay. I hear that they're in town, and are you thinking of having them on again?
We got the Muse here tonight, Stephanie.
You guys are great, by the way.
Thanks. You liar. All right. Thanks for calling, Stephanie. Good luck with the clitoris piercing.
Wait till you're 18.
And a desensitizing.
You have a conscience.
All right. Speaking of the band, James in Seattle, 23. What's up, James?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good. Thanks.
Good. First, I just wanted to talk to Muse. I just wanted to say to give my props to Dr. Drew first for I love it how I answer the most ridiculous, insane questions with this very serious tone. I think that's very cool. I mean, you never know, you know, but I just think it's funny. Sometimes people will call in and say the craziest stuff, and you just kind of...
Would you be amazed is that these what sounds crazy are things that really happen to people?
No, I know. I totally I agree with you. It's just, just kind of listening off the cuff on the radio. It's like, what the hell, you know, and you're...
Right, I bet.
Anyways,
so how about our opening call tonight, in fact? That was Muse's reaction. I was like, what the?
Yeah. Well, my question for Muse was, first of all, I just want to say I'm a big fan of you guys, and I really kind of like the direction that you guys are going with your albums. And I noticed that, like, I guess the last album had kind of more of like an orchestrated sound to it, and I thought that was really cool. And I was sort of wondering, like, I guess where you guys see yourself going in the future. Like, do you see yourself kind of going more into like I know a lot of people have compared you to Radiohead, and I don't really kind of see that, but I mean, I'm sort of wondering, do you guys see yourself going in the more sort of prog rock direction, or do you guys, I mean, how do you, where do you guys see yourself heading, I guess, is my question. I know that's kind of a hard question, but...
It's tough, really, because we've always felt some of the areas we go or we find in the process of making an album, we feel like they could be explored so much further in their own right. So we, we thought about doing, becoming more simple, a lot more simplistic in some areas, but we've also, I think on this album, there's not so much piano-based tracks as we had incorporated in our last album, so... we thought about...
It's almost a total guitar album, isn't it? This one?
Pretty much, yeah. So we kind of talked about maybe just going like fully piano, whether that be prog or simplistic, I don't really know, but, there's always like interesting areas that we could explore.
No, I mean, I know those labels are kind of oversimplify everything. I just mean, like, I liked your last album, but I really kind of like where you guys are heading with this one. Like, it really has this kind of, I don't know, just energy to it that's very...
I think we've got
more orchestrated, it's more focused. I don't know. I really get it.
It's like a music reviewer.
I know. I'm sorry, man. I'm it's coming out kind of cheesy, but I just, I was just wondering, like, if you guys are sort of going to continue with that, and like the band Tool, for example.
Yeah, I think we've definitely got like a real severe prog monster buried somewhere inside us, which will come out one day, I think. But it's not quite there yet. But maybe one day it'll be there.
And speaking of orchestra sounding, James in Sacramento, which is the capital of California, by the way, is 22. Wait, what's up, James?
Hey, what's going on? I had a question for Muse. Hey, first of all, I had a kind of a bizarre story. I saw you. My parents took me to Europe back in '97, '98, and I saw you guys play at a very small club, and you stuck out in my mind. But shortly after, we took a trip to Amsterdam, and needless to say, I kind of forgot everything that happened.
Of course you did.
Of course, yeah.
But anyways, I randomly got hooked up with tickets to one of your shows in Sacramento in 2002. And then everything totally clicked. I remember who you were, obviously from the vibe of your live show, which is incredible, by the way. To anybody who hasn't seen you guys live, I highly recommend it. But my question is, I was wondering, when are you guys going to do like a show with a full symphony, full orchestra behind you guys? As you incorporate a lot in your music, and I was just wondering if you're going to do that, or when, or where, that kind of thing.
Well, the only problem is, like, you'd probably have to take like 20 buses, wouldn't you, with like with all with everyone playing. I'd like to do something like that, maybe. Metallica did a version, didn't they? That kind of vibe,
Well,
yeah,
They did it in San Francisco.
It's a fine line mixing rock and
you got to be careful. Let's put it that way. You've got to be careful when you mix rock with a symphony.
We've talked about doing it. Maybe it's a couple of special occasions we might think about incorporating other musicians, whether it's strings or brass or something like that. Something we definitely like to do.
You could do it at the Hollywood Bowl here in Los Angeles, which is has plenty of room for violinists and pianists, and maybe even bring some lady in that plays a harp.
Oh, I definitely want to get the lady on the harp.
There you go. Yeah, and if you haven't heard Muse, you can hear what people are saying about them that are calling in. We're going to play another song from them pretty soon.